Okay, I'm on a give up smoking quest, day 5. Day 1, I've been smoking for 5 days, so this is like day 1.5, and I'm actually up the mountain. As you can see, I didn't really do an introduction, but I'm also doing a bit of botany, so just for the record. It's a bit like a sow thistle, but it's also big. And oh, what are these? Little ants on it or something. Oh, yes, little big ants on it. And yes, it's a bit like a sow thistle, but it's just a weed on the side of the road. So yeah, the give up smoking challenge it's a big one. I'm going to get to the lookout and have a cigarette and see how far I go. I've got a torch just in case I want to stay out at night, but if not, that'll be good too. So yeah, I'm also on the lookout actually for a moringa oleifera, the drumstick tree, and yeah, it's very good. They're meant to be very high in nutrients and vitamins, and they do grow in the tropics, so if I can possibly find one, this will be very good as well. They have actually large bean pods on that go from green to brown, so I've yet to find one, but I'm only early days of botany. This is like my 5th expedition or something. Botany. Tinky the dog's at home today, and I'm just having fun up the mountain, really. Well, it's definitely a beautiful afternoon. It's probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, Cairns butterfly. They are so beautiful. Oh, I love them. Yeah, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Heading up this mountain road. I've been stage 1 of my diet. Now I'm entering stage 2, where I actually get some endurance exercising. So day 1 of endurance stage exercise for my diet of prime reference, and all's good that is good, definitely. Yeah, getting up to little lookout bits over the hill peaks. It's a winter. January, February is summer. March, April, May, autumn. June, July, August, winter in Australia. So what this means to me, July 27th, 2015, this means that winter is on the downturn. Only just, but definitely. So it starts getting a little bit warmer now, even though it's winter. It's pretty hot today actually. It's only t-shirt weather, which is good. So being warmer, I would definitely be using the sauna type summer oncoming summer challenge to get a good detox workout in, and as such work on this longevity diet I'm developing, which I got my whiteboards last Thursday. So this to me means that I have greater brain capacity to figure out the thing, so that I can live to a nice old age. Definitely. Oh yeah, a good point to denote is that I got my binoculars, a video camera. So when I was a kid, I used to watch Skippy the kangaroo, Skippy the bush kangaroo, on video, and yeah, watching Skippy the bush kangaroo on video as a kid. I mean, other countries got lions and tigers and bears, oh my, but in Australia we have kangaroos and goannas and bush turkeys. So because I have such excellent binoculars with a video camera, I'll be able to edit some binocular video footage of the wildlife into my little videos I've been making for YouTube. So this is very good. Yeah, always get a bit fat early on in the week, then start pumping up the endurance, and then fasting towards the end of the fortnight. And this is how I've been doing it for a couple of years now, nearly a couple of years. So yeah, I've been developing this diet of prime theory for about 3 years now, and it's coming along in leaps and bounds. With the more I study, the more variables there seem to be developing on the horizon of it. Well, this is a very good thing. If I can categorize many variables into my study of this diet I'm developing, then it only gets better with that science-based knowledge. There to trial it out is another thing, but so I really do value my mountain trips, and yeah, the beauty of nature. It's just the majesty of a thing, definitely. Here's the beautiful lookout at Cairns. Just actually heading up to the lookout, which is just around this corner up there. Done a bit of running, get the good old adrenaline up. Getting the adrenaline up when you're a bit fat is like good for you, because it burns the fat a bit. Just do it slowly if you're too fat, because it's like you don't want to wear yourself out, because you won't be able to do it again the next day. That's for sure. So yeah, here I am at the lookout. Also, what's important to me is to get some stretching, squats in and stuff, and some motorbike. Get some stretching and squats in, and stretch out your legs, definitely, from many angles. The more different forms of exercise you can do in a good combination routine, the healthier you'll be, and the more motor coordination and capacity of control everybody you'll have with this constant variable. I've been trying to work this into my diet routine. I've been practicing the diet of prime. I'm developing it for a couple of years now. So exercise variables at different stages of the diet is an essential trait longevity-based, sustainable diet. Best thing I can say is that the diet has so many variables. It's very difficult to say that something's wrong in it, because one variable of difference is a good point for a different phase of the diet. So if you say something's wrong, you're cutting it out of the scheme, and the more you cut out, the less you have. So it's better just to balance all the variables properly, and always be open to new ideas, to develop them properly and incorporate them into the diet. That's my philosophy. So if anyone's got better ideas on how to develop the diet properly, it's a good thing. And for a point of science and reason, that's a good thing too. It's another variable. See, there's a little bushfire over there. I think what I'm going to do is make a whole lot of diet stage videos and not publish them for a long time until the diet's actually completed. I'm looking at, at least 2 to 5 years before it's actually completed enough to publish. So once I've completed the diet better, it's I will be more confident to announce it. So I'm looking at having a store of little video files, video movies on my diet experiences with exercise for running up the mountain. I find that a lot of the time with the exercise, practicing the exercise on the diet level of the different stages of different exercises that you do, I do discover new ideas while I'm exercising. I think that making a whole lot of little videos and entitling it Diet of Prime Contribution or something like that is it's going to be a very positive way of reaffirming important emphases of different variables that are in the diet. Yeah, the structure of the diet it's simple, but it's quite diverse in all the elements. All the elements I have to date are really the basis of the diet, and all the variables that are constantly, deciphering their way through my brain. It's there's so many variables there. I know it's gonna take about I know it's gonna take about it's just a lady in a car. It's gonna take at least 2 to 5 years before I'm confident enough to say, hey, this is a diet I've developed, and probably I would prefer to have my medical degree from university by then, which I'm planning on getting at some stage in the future. Okay, I was gonna go a bit further, but maybe not today. It's probably 3:30, 4 o'clock, maybe 4:30, and just had some lovely water mixed with tea tree oil and diatomaceous earth. Should be enough to neutralize any parasites in the water, pathogens or bacteria, viruses. You do get some recurring pathogens in this area. Giardia is one of them, and I've had it before. It actually causes bowel complications, so just to stay clear of that, be on the safe side. Have a dose of good herbs and essential oils and diatomaceous earth, and it's all healthy for me, and the water is so fresh, it's lovely. It's it's very good. So I'm just actually walking down the mountain at the moment. Just noticing the trees. I'm gonna do a bit bit of running, not too much. I'm actually at my heaviest stage of the diet, the fortnightly cyclic diet, called the diet of prime, which I'm on. So being at this heaviest stage, I obviously don't want to be too heavy because, you know, I might pull a tendon in my knees or, you know, rupture it with extra weight. If I want to go fast and charge downhill at full speed, I would do it in a different phase of the diet, not right now. The agenda of today's exercise is just to get a bit of that adrenaline pumping and have lots of I also, in my water bottle, I put mango leaf and noni leaf, which are excellent appetite curbers. They stop the cravings of the appetite, especially when you're a bit heavier. You need something to help stop that because, you know, eating too much has the specific complication of overloading your bowel. Have it temporarily, but it does have to come out, or else you just keep craving. The point being that if you know, as I do, you know, 3 to 5 days a fortnight, keep, I gorge sometimes, which is, you know, a natural inclination sometimes, so to do it on a restricted level for reasons it's a good thing, but, you know, it does have its side effects. If you gorge for 5 days, it's like, it has the implication of overloading a bowel, and having an overloaded bowel when you're not used to it has the complication of increasing your appetite to, you know, store excess toxins in the fat, which is, you know, I'm on the slimming side of the fat stage now, so I don't want that. So to have the noni mango leaf helps curb the appetite, get the adrenaline up a bit, which is what I've been doing today. It helps to start eating the fat. The noni mango leaf makes it so I don't have to eat when I'm running up the mountain. Just to do like 40-minute stretches of, 40-meter stretches of running, builds that adrenaline slowly and slightly, so that building the adrenaline at this stage of the diet, entering the stage 2 phase, I start to eat the fat, the noni mango leaf, curb the appetite so I don't have to eat. My body starts to re-practice this fat regulation. In the re-practicing of the fat regulation, I'm consistently training my body for an efficiency of fat regulation, which means that if I train myself well enough for this diet of prime and I keep it prime standard, having a good fat regulation and trying to do a 40k marathon as opposed to not having a good fat regulation and doing a 40k marathon, you can imagine that, you know, because you need a good fat regulation to constantly feed your cells when you're exercising. If you don't have this this build-up of training your body to utilize its fat, as I've been doing on my diet, then it'll be more difficult to actually run the marathon, not having that potential of having trained your cells like that. So this is a very important stage of the stage 2, beginning the fat regulation training. By beginning training regulation of your fat, you know, the use of the energy for exercise and athletic prime, it's developing a stronger genetic code, which is very good for the gene pool of civilization, but it's also very good for health and longevity and vitality levels. To have fat regulation potential means that you can, you know, actually run the marathon better than than if you don't. I went to Ironman recently, a month and a half ago now, and it was like amazing. Got there at 10 in the morning and was there till 12 at night, clapping and cheering, and it was amazing. The athletes were like getting the wheelchair over the finish line. They just they finish, but sometimes they need just, but it's definitely good to look up to the highest standards to achieve goals and potentials, so that one day maybe I will run a marathon and have be able to trial out my diet's efficiency and see if I can do well in a marathon. The intelligence of people that can actually cycle 90 k's, run 50 k's plus, and swim 4 k's plus, all in one day. They must be pretty intelligent to know how to do that. So it's definitely a good humility to have about all the variables and specifics on the diet, that's for sure. Just past the lookout, see a little running. Just on the steep bit, I don't know if you can see, hold my tummy in. On the way downhill, I like to have an elongated stride. This kind of stretches all these ligaments here and tendons. If you just do little steps, it puts a wrong type weight emphasis on your feet, and they tend to jar more. But if you do the elongated stride and swing your arms, it's like it massages and lubricates the proper form of your body into place, so that you can walk down the mountain efficiency in an efficient and vital manner that actually helps your health. If you were just to run, if you were just to walk down the little steps, you wouldn't be getting as much out of the mountain walk as is potential. So there's a lot of little things that I'm documenting about staying healthy and achieving a prime capacity of body potential, and that's one of them. I really discovered it once. I nearly had pneumonia and I had a lot of mucus on my chest, and I couldn't sit still, so I thought I'd walk it, have a whole lot of lymphatic and detox, anti-parasitic, antibacterial, antifungal herbs to get over the near pneumonia stage. So what I did, I had all the herbs, but they made me feel gluggy because I was already full of mucus. So I went for a walk, down the block and up the hill. And up the hill, I was like puffing and puffing and puffing. I got to the top and I said, okay, that's enough. And then I found that as I just walked down the hill, like natural motion was like an expectorant to me, and I coughed up a whole lot of gollies and got all the natural juices flowing, so it stimulated all the herbs that I took around my body. And did that a couple of times a day. I was fine in a couple of days, and that was pretty crook. Usually you have to go to hospital and have antibiotics, but this was a good way to get over that. So it's just like all the little things, like correct posture and correct motion for adaptation to the environment. It's good. If you want to walk up a very steep hill, sometimes you find yourself taking little steps. This is good. And sometimes you find yourself, lunging just to get up the hill. Like, imagine if you walked up that. You could take little steps, take it slow and steady. That would build a different group of muscles. Or you could climb up it like a giant lizard or something, taking big lunging steps and such. So all ranges of motion build different muscle groups. And just one thing I've noticed is going down the mountain, I will get sore feet and knees if I don't adopt the posture of large steps. Swing your arms, natural range of motion. Make sure you can feel it, the stretch of the tendon all up your leg, and in this way massages your spine, charges up your energy properly, and it's natural perfection of how I like to go down the mountain at certain stages, especially on the steep bits, that's for sure. So yeah, just admiring the beautiful view. I have to like stop every now and then talking, which is not too bad if there's a car going past. So yeah, I find usually, sometimes I'll run down the steep bits, but sometimes like this bit, do a little run, you know. Yeah, usually when I run I don't talk so much. Because I'm a smoker, I find that the big rush of oxygen intake and outtake when I'm running, it charges me up and I get goosebumps all over. And I find that it's good to heal my lungs by using a good breathing. By using a good breathing technique, I get more energy from the better adaptive oxygen techniques. So yeah, a little bit like this. Usually run 40 meters, then walk 20 meters, run 40 meters. Always run more on the way down. I think it's psychological in a sense to say, hey, I missed a bit. I don't overdo it, but yeah, the reason for that would be like in this fat stage of stage 2 beginning my diet, just like a little bit more, little bit more, little bit more. I've got a lot of extra weight, which is energy potential, but to utilize that correctly, just that amount, 30 meters of running is enough to increase my cardio, oxygen, pump up that adrenaline, and in the pumping up of the adrenaline, my body starts to utilize its fat. If I ever get tired and I'm, in need of energy and I got no food on me, I just run for, 20 to 50 meters and walk slow. Yeah, that's about enough. That's about 20, 30 meters. So now I'll do a bit more running. Oops, I messed up the video. Okay, now I'll do a bit more running. It's like, oh, there's people coming. Okay, it's a little bit, because it's like I'm more running and it's segmented, like segmented run, segmented walk, segmented run. It's like I'm utilizing the fat storage and adrenaline potential for energy, and this is very good for mountain